unless there's advantage.
I got 21.
I have no insight.
Yes, you did. That's not fair to say you have none. Zane, you see that she, whilst she's not overtly doing anything, you can see that she is quietly just taking in the whole room and noting, and is quite, subtly keeping track of everything that's going on, including you.
We stick out like dog balls, but
yeah, I think we can't do anything here apart from observe. And even then, I'm not sure if we should be doing that. She knows we're here. I mean, everyone does, but she seems to be paying attention to us.
is there anyone that
we're
she's
just
paying
eating.
attention to in particular?
No, she's keeping on top of everything, and just generally taking things in.
Well, let's start talking to her. Are we within 30 feet of her?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast a Detect Thoughts.
Yep.
And do it subtly. And I think someone should go and talk to her. Do you think someone should talk to her?
I'm happy to do it. If it's possible, would I be able to time it as perhaps like a waiter that's coming by her table with something?
Yes. Yep. You can time it when a drink arrives.
What I'd like to do then is get there just a bit early. So I'd like to cast Mage Hand as privately as possible. And I don't want to throw the glass, but I want it to start to tip and the waiter to try and correct. And I'd like to time it, if I can, to get there in time to steady his hand. Like, ooh, watch out there. Don't want to mess up the lovely lady here.
Okay. Good. Roll sleight of hand. So you manage to pull that off, and without a drop of the drink being spilt in the process. And she looks up at you and raises one eyebrow and says, "Deftly done."
My hands are good at many deft things, my lady. And I'll place the glass down if it was hers.
She raises her other eyebrow and says, "Oh, do go on."
I'll smile and nod and I'll say, "Would you mind if I sit down?"
She makes an expansive gesture and says, "Be my guest."
My thanks. Forgive me for not extending my hand, but I'm travel worn. I don't normally dress like this. I wouldn't want to dirty your hands while we're about to eat. My name is Zane. Pleasure to meet you.
Zane, is it? My name's Vim Ghost Shatterer. What brings you to Owlbear and Gavel?
To be honest with you, I'm quite new to this town, and I'm just taking in the sights. Trying to get my bearings. I haven't never been here before, but I've heard great things, and also I heard great things about Owlbear and Gavel. I've heard it was a great place to go eat. I had to do some convincing.
She takes a sip of her drink and puts it down and says, "It's an interesting phrase, to be honest with you, isn't it?"
I take your point. It's it's a phrase that I tend to...
Why would people, she says, why she muses, why would people say, to be honest with you? It seems to suggest that at other times they would not be being honest. I wonder whether or not to be honest with you is an expression that indicates precisely the opposite, that the person is not being honest with you. What do you say to that?
I mean, that's definitely a thesis there. I use that phrase purely as an icebreaker. I mean, you don't know who I am. I try and offer it as sincerity, but I guess I take your point. I'll let what I say convey sincerity versus filler phrases.
You can, but do your best. You can attempt it.
Do I have any interesting insights going on at the moment?
You have a complete block.
Oh,
you can detect nothing.
Is she wearing rings? What's the jewelry situation like?
The jewelry situation seems to be non-existent. She's wearing, she does seem to be wearing a sort of leather armor underneath some quite fine clothing, so she's wearing that over her armor, and she's wearing, and she's got a collar that goes up quite high up her neck, and she's wearing light sort of gloves. She's wearing quite fine boots, and her hair is closely cropped. Zane, continue. Hello?
Oh, sorry. I was recounting where I was in the conversation. So I'm new to town. I'm looking for places and people to see. Why would you use that phrase? Because I did. It's my thing. Yeah, I'm just. I happened to come across here, and I heard it was a nice establishment. And I see it hasn't disappointed. I'm just looking to find out more about what there is to do in a place like this.
Well, Melith is an amazing town, and has much to offer the traveller. But I'm curious, why is it that you, of all the people in this fine establishment, have singled me out for your attentions?
And forgive my presumption, I saw you sitting alone, and I was about to offer you a place at our table when this fine waiter, and I'll nod over to wherever he's wandered off to, seemed to break the ice for me. But if I have annoyed you, or if I'm interrupting something, and you're waiting for someone, please accept my apologies, and I'll start to stand up, hoping she says something.
Oh, she says, "No, by all means, you may stay. I'm just interested. So, tell me what are the kinds of sights and scenes that you prefer? What is it that you look for in a city?"
To be honest, I look for things that's unusual, different to what I'm used to, and this definitely is a different city than what I'm used to. It's very beautiful. I don't know how much you want to hear about my story, about my life. I don't mean to talk your ear off. My parents were adventurers, and they told me about stories of sea voyage, of dark, dank caves and and mines, and they told me about beautiful cities. So after my father died, I've just gone on a bit of an exploration, a bit of a I guess a soul searching type activity. I want to meet new people, new places, and have some adventure of my own. Hence why I'm a bit dusty.
Ah, well, yes, I think there are adventurers clubs in the city, from what I understand. I haven't been to them myself. I don't particularly care for adventure. I prefer the refined life of the city myself, which is why I have been assigned to the embassy here, I suppose, because my tastes run similar to those of the noble houses of Metzu, and as an attaché in the embassy, I'm able um, to speak their language, as it were.
I mean, that's a gift. That's a skill that not many people have. I myself put my foot in my mouth all the time. But when you're not at the embassy, what do you do? What are you interested in? Do you enjoy fine dining, or do you prefer the outdoor activities or the inside activities?
Well, clearly, I enjoy fine dining.
Of
This is
course.
I eat here every night. Uh, uh, well, nearly every night. And yes, I'd like nothing more than to see to form fast relationships with the nobles of the city. We are a peace-loving people in Porrigath. We seek nothing but the very finest relations with Metzu. We have so much to gain from peace, and so I am charged by my ambassador with reaching out into the city and doing what I can to overcome the prejudices that have been thrown the way of orcs for generations immemorial.
Wow, that's.
We're not such a bad mob.
No, I mean,
Orcs. I think we've got a bad reputation, but really we have far more in common with others than people might think.
I mean, my discrimination doesn't run towards any particular group of people. I would credit my parents. They are wide travelled, and they taught me to judge a person based on their actions versus their skin or their country. You have a very important job. Wow, I'm a bit starstruck, to be honest.
Well, did you know? I mean, the thing is that whilst you might not notice it, but when you are an orc, as I am, sitting in a place like Owlbear and Gavel, you cannot help but notice the sideways glances, the vaguely curled lips, the muttered slurs. It is a difficult place for an orc to try and live, but I bear it as well I can in order to further the interests of Porrigath. But any one of these people here today would have me hung, drawn, and quartered without a moment's hesitation.
Well, to be honest with you, money can't take away ignorance. And I'll say that a bit louder. Just not a yell, but loud enough for people to hear. And then I'll wink.
She smiles a small smile, and in doing so, you notice her pronounced fangs, which don't really you know, you hadn't really noticed quite so much earlier on, but you know, they are impressive. And she says, "Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Zane. You know, if you're ever in need of anything, feel free to let me know. It's a pleasure to meet somebody who is so open-minded."
Likewise, I regret that I can't shake your hand unless you don't mind a bit of dirt. But likewise, if there's anything that I can help you with, please let me know too. Whatever that might be, I think you might be a better resource than me. But again, if there's anything, let me know. And how might I come calling upon you if I should take you up on your offer?
Well, as I say, most nights you can find me here. So if you ever have need of me or seeking anything from me, by all means, come here. Although I suggest that if you do so, you might want to invest in some better clothing.
Thanks for the advice. Would you mind if I buy you one more of whatever it is you're drinking?
Oh, no, I'm leaving.
Okay. Well, have a great night. And I'll get back up to my table. And when I sit down, I'll say, "What an intriguing woman." And I just lean back and kind of stare off into the distance.
Okay. And
You're
as
in love.
you're sitting there, you can see you see her leave the venue.
As soon as she leaves, I'll snap out of it and just say, "What do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep following her, or are we going to take another route?" By the way, here's what I learned. Holmes now thought, "Oh yeah, by the way, this is what she said. She's the ambassador's aide in Paragraph, and she's trying to broker peace. At least that's what she says."
Yes, and she's immune to mind to detect thoughts.
Oh, you didn't get anything?
Nothing. So that's a magical block or some other block that she's got going on. So it could be a magic item or a spell.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about magic, but seems to me the kind of job she has makes somewhat sense. Don't want to be spilling secrets if you're some ambassador's aide.
It makes sense, but she's got secrets, and she has the ability to conceal them.
Well, she mentioned that she comes here almost every night. I don't know if I struck out with her or not. I don't know if you want to keep going down this path or if you want to check a new lead. I think it's the warmest one we've got, though. What does everyone think?
Well, it's probably going to be a bit suspicious if we all suddenly walk out after her. So
let's have dinner.
I think we should, yeah. Bit hungry after all this waiting around. Let's dig into some fine meals, seeing as we probably won't get something like this for a little while. Again. As long as
So what is our goal? To find out about the Tabaxi? Sorry, the
Tabaxi named Arkavelt.
Arkavelt. Okay. And to find out. Did you want to ask? So do we want to ask her about him directly?
I mean, that would very quickly reveal our hand, but it's the quickest way to get an answer too. It'd be good if you could read her mind at least. At least then.
She knows we're up for something.
Do you think we should go the honesty route?
I'm thinking about a James Bondy kind of route where, James Bond goes, Bond, James Bond. And the villain goes, yes, I know. And then it's tete-a-tete between two, and we ask for our persuasion rolls and stuff like that.
Give it a try. I'm actually not against that.
Because at the moment we just look like.
I mean, we could spend a full 24 hours in a beauty salon montage, and then door opens and the hair slowly hitting the sun, and you walk.
As we stride into the casino.
That's right. Yeah.
Out of our Aston 4-horse carriage.
We put a 20 million on red, and then Rowie says it's black. Piss off. And we're poor again. I'm happy to try that route. What do you guys want to do?
So you're eating?
We're eating. And
okay. All right. Well, the main meals, the main dishes, you have to choose from sautéed partridge in a black raspberry reduction sauce with a side of grilled jalapeno. You also can have what else have we got here on the menu? There's a meatloaf surprise. Yes. There is boulette fin soup. You also can have kobold scale chips with salsa. And there's also some salted catfish caught in the sea, the Misty Sea, and boar bone soup.
Do we see any real purpose to staying here other than politeness?
To avoid any eyes. We just finish.
Avoiding eyes. Everyone knows we're here.
Conspicuous within mediocrity or something like
that. I call the waiter over.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What? This wine is corked.
That's amazing because it doesn't come in a bottle.
What? Where does it come from?
Comes in a barrel. Comes in a barrel.
Well, the barrel is barreled then.
He says, "Well, I'm
Are you
very
watering
sorry to
it
hear
down
that.
or mixing it?
He says, "Allow me. I must go and I'll go and get Madame Longriver for you." And she probably the halfling woman owner comes over and says, "I'm terribly sorry. I'm told that the wine is off. Is that right?"
It's not good. It's not what we paid for.
Oh, that's terrible. Let me taste it. She tastes it and she says, "It seems fine to me. Are you sure that you have a sufficiently refined palate for this fine wine? Perhaps it tastes bad to you because you are tasteless."
Oh, I do a subtle prestidigitation on the wine again and go, "Are you sure?"
Roll persuasion.
Okay, how do I find my sheet? Core. Something happen?
She says, now that you mention it, I don't know why it suddenly tastes quite foul. It's almost sulfuric in its flavour. I'm sorry for that. Allow me to provide a fresh carafe on the house.
Thank you.
Now, what would you like
I'm
to
not
eat?
really taken with the quality. I'm not really taken with the quality of food here. Should we leave?
Sure. Never mind.
All right, you
Very well.
you get your carafe to go.
In a goon bag.
And collect your things and step out
Before we
into the
step out.
street. Yes, before.
Is there anything that catches my eye in the cloakroom? I'm not specifically picking. I'm just trying to see if there's anything poking out that looks interesting. Or if it's guarded, then I don't care. I wouldn't do that.
The cloakroom is behind there's a
Like a check-in.
yeah, there's a woman that sort of stands behind and takes your stuff, and then and you've sort of been given a chit, and
Okay, never mind.
as before you leave, Mindata says, "Look, I can't. I'm done with this. I can't anymore. I'm heading back to Portraz. I must see Arlene. I must know if she's survived and whether my child is okay. And I'm off."
I make a whip noise.
He says, "Mock all you like, but I know you envy my happiness."
I make jokes because inside I cry.
I think it's sweet.
Give it time.
Okay. So you get your stuff and head out into the street, and it's now nighttime. And this part of the city is relatively quiet in the nighttime. The manor houses of the nobility are nearby and well lit, and even those houses which are not obviously mansions are well kept, and the shops are shut, and you know, every once in a while you might see a patrol of city guards with lamps, but they seem few and far between. What's your plan?
Are we heading back for a beauty sleep?
Let's do a lap around the embassy.
Sounds good.
So as you head down the street towards the embassy, a couple of people walk from the side of the street into your path and say, so where do you think you're going?
On our damn way.
Whoever's got the lowest charisma, can they take charge of this conversation? How many people, Roby?
They say, well, if you're on roll 20, you should see now yourselves and a couple of people in front of you. You might want to do something about your marching order. I don't know.
Okay, quick scan around to see who else, anyone else paying attention to us?
hang on a second. Yeah, as it turns out, there are a couple of other people paying attention.
How many?
There's
Oh. So much it looks like it's not going to matter so much, really, actually.
about that many.
Oh.
Oh.
Are they guards? Are they
No,
humans?
they are not guards. They're a range of different races, and you get the distinct impression that their race doesn't matter. And they say words to the effect of, "For the greater power of Molafat," as they charge towards you. Roll initiative.
For the greater power of what?
Molafat.
That's a PH in fat, isn't it?
No, it's just an F.
Oh. Excuse me, how do you spell Molafat?
Molifat. As it sounds.
I'm having a stupid. How do I roll for a?
Okay, so
just click the word
first
initiative.
of all, click on your. No, hang on. Before you do that, what you ought to do actually is click on your token.
My token is unselectable, apparently.
It's unselectable. Okay, hang on a second.
Now I can select it. Excellent. There we go.
How do you select it? I can't select
How
mine.
did you fix
Hang
it?
on, just leave it. I fix it.
Do you want us to re-roll, Rowie?
Yeah. Okay. Now try. Select it and then hit initiative. So Jimmy's the only one who hasn't done.
Hasn't done what?
Rolled initiative. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Seven.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
Now, how do I add that though? All right. They're going to go after Jimmy.
What?
After you. All right. So, Barack, what are you going to do?
Is it not?
Oh, sorry, Zane. Zane.
Yep.
And Neris. So, Zane, what are you going to do?
I will shoot at. I don't know if you can see it. I will take out my crossbow and shoot at.
So, when you want to show something on the there's a menu on the top left-hand corner which has the select icon on it, and
Yep.
then a bunch of other icons. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth down is snap to center. If you choose snap to center there, and then you hold down on the board and lead out, you can create an arrow. Can you see the arrow I'm doing?
Yep.
All right. So you can all do that to show me who you are shooting at.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot at this guy. The one bottom from the screen to my, maybe everyone's right. Right. You can see my arrow?
Yep, I can
Yep.
see it.
Okay, I'm going to shoot that guy.
Okay, so then on your character sheet, you can choose, you can click on the weapon. There
Yep,
you go.
17.
17 will hit. And then if on that result, yeah, there you
Thank
go.
you. And that's with no sneak attack because I don't have an advantage. I'm assuming.
Okay. Neresis.
Um. Can I move?
Yes. Up to 30 feet.
And that's just with the same snap to center arrow?
No, if you use the arrow, the select button at
yeah.
the top, the arrow, and then you choose that, and then you should be able to click on your token and click and drag. You just moved Jimmy. Or did Jimmy
I
move
moved
himself?
Jimmy.
Okay.
I moved
Can you
Jimmy.
move you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so confused. If I move, that's an action, right?
Nope.
No, moving is you get to move and make an action in your turn.
Okay, cool. I will move up to these two.
Yep.
And then cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
Nice.
So
So I have to make a savings throw of DC 15. All right. And then what happens to them? So they take 10 points of thunder damage.
Yeah, I cast it at second level, so it's increased by
1d8. So I guess it's both of those added together. I guess so.
Yeah.
It's 16
Yeah,
damage.
it's that's already included in there. All right, and they get pushed back 15 feet.
Nice.
And are they prone as well? Is that the result?
no.
Doesn't say that.
It just says they're pushed away.
All right. Okay. Barrack.
All right. Barrack's going to pull his fists up, march over to these guys right here, and in the process of moving over, he's gonna crack his neck and pull a mushroom out from inside of his coat and pop a mushroom into his mouth, and he's gonna go into a frenzied rage.
Okay.
And he will punch at the one directly next to him, not the one diagonally. For that. For that much damage. So 7 damage on the guy ahead of him.
Yep.
And
Okay.
yeah, I think that's... Yeah, okay, that'll be my
That's it?
turn, because Rage is a bonus action as well. Alright, cool.
All right. Jimmy?
Okay, I cast a bless spell,
Okay.
and it will be I cast it 1 level higher, so it's on all 4 of us. And everyone, when they get to make a roll during their turn, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
my
yes.
owl flies directly up in the air
Okay. No worries.
to a safe distance.
All right. So then before Zane has his turn, that guy goes, gobbledygook! And a light sort of seems to emanate from him, and he looks like the kind of person who took a lot of damage, but doesn't seem to be suffering from all of that damage right at the moment. And that guy and that guy both do the same thing.
Well, this is complicated.
In fact, so does that guy.
Well, if we can get all of their attacks to be soaked up into their healing, we might get through
Meanwhile, these two come to here and take a swing at good old Zane. Zane, what's your armor class?
17.
They both hit. Zane takes 6 points of damage.
Done.
All right. And have a turn.
Okay. Seeing that Barrack is now in line within 5 feet of the other two, I will shoot again at the same one, this guy here. And now I have a sneak attack added to that as well.
Roll away.
13.
Hits.
Hits?
Yeah.
So 12 from the crossbow, and then 3 d6.
Okay.
Sorry, ignore that. Unless you want to take individual rolls.
All right. He dies.
Oh.
Hey,
The other D-
how much damage did you do?
In total is 18, but I had 2 d6s I hadn't rolled yet. I accidentally misrolled. I only rolled 1, but that doesn't matter. He's gone.
Okay.
If I'm allowed to as a free action, I would like to say, stop this now, or death is what awaits you.
No, let's just
Okay,
kill them.
Neresis.
Um, I'm going to move down here. And oh wait, AoE spells hit friendlies, don't they?
Yes, they do. Unless
I'm
it
not gonna.
unless it specifies choose certain targets, but to make exempt. But yeah, they in general
Yeah,
they
no,
will.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna electrocute. Say,
Oh, that's a shame.
deserves it after that bad flirting attempt.
Hey,
I'm-
good.
I'm gonna pull out my rapier and attack the one right next to me.
Got it.
That didn't do anything.
So have you selected your? So you're on your character sheet,
Yep.
and you click on rapier.
It's
Alternatively, go on.
it's showing up as an item, but it's not showing up in my equipment. Unless I
Alright,
have to
I
hit it
don't-
here. Nope.
Okay. All right. On the left-hand menu again, second from the bottom is a 20-sided die icon.
Yep.
If you hover over that and then go down to the bottom where it says advanced dice roller.
Yep.
So go in, you do 1 d20 and then add in your to hit bonus. And click roll.
Oh, that's my proficiency.
So it's the combination of your dexterity bonus and your proficiency bonus.
So if my dex is 3, that would be a +3.
If your dex is +3, then it'll be that plus your proficiency bonus is 2, so it should be a total of +5.
Oh, okay.
A 9 is a miss.
Damn it.
Unlucky.
I'll end my
Barack.
turn now.
Brack is going to just punch friend's lead at the guy in front of him again, once more.
Mm-hmm. So that's a miss.
Okay, and then he's going to do it again as a bonus action because of the frenzy rage.
Okay.
13.
That's a hit.
Alright, and he's going to punch for that.
Okay.
So 8 damage.
All right. 8 damage.
On this dude.
Yes.
Oh.
He dies. Jimmy.
Excellent.
Hey, has anyone got any worrying damage?
Not yet. Nope.
Nope. No one? Okay, I cast. Sorry?
I was going to say, sorry, I'll just, rest of my movement speed, I'll move up to there. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right.
Okay.
Go, Jimmy.
I'm going to cast Frostbite on the one in front of Neresis.
Okay.
And it's a DC saving throw of 15.
Okay. Do what you
Right,
will.
so it's D6 damage.
Yes.
Six. And that
3.
that baddie
That's
has
3.
where
That's
is it?
3.
Oh god. Oh okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, I was down the screen. 3.
Yep.
It's a 3, and that baddie
Yes.
has disadvantage until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Cool. One swings and misses at Zane. What's your armor class, Neresis?
14.
That's a hit to you.
That's
Take 4 points.
disadvantage.
Thank you, Jeff. 4 points of damage, Neresis.
No, it
Ouch.
should be disadvantage.
That's what I've said. 4 points of damage to Neresis.
You only rolled 1 dice.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
These two have a crack at Barak. One hits bigly. What's your armor class?
13.
And the other one hits less bigly. Take a total of 10 points of damage.
Is that after the rage or before the rage?
What does rage do again?
Reduces
Half damage.
half damage from non-magical piercing, bludgeoning, slashing.
5 points of damage. Take 5 points of damage.
All right, thank you.
And so we go through to Zane.
Just before I do what I'm going to do, what would it cost me to drop my crossbow and pull out my Tega? Would that cost me an action?
If you drop the crossbow on the ground, it's an interaction. It'll be fine.
Okay, then that's what I'll do. I'll drop my crossbow. And then the one directly in front of me, I will hit with my Tega.
Okay.
It's with sneak attack.
Okay. That's a hit.
Sorry, was that the damage or a hit?
That's a hit. Now, if you click on the word Tega in that result, it will do the damage.
So 9 plus 3d6.
Whoa.
Which is another 9. 18 full total.
Perhaps unsurprisingly, he dies.
Boom.
Neresis.
I am going to target the one directly in front of me and cast Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery.
And insult its ancestors.
Would you like to tell us exactly how you insult her ancestors?
I'm very not good at being insulting. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, what's your spell save DC?
15.
Okay. All right. Barak.
Barak's going to continue his cacophony of punches and punch at the guy.
That's a hit.
That one.
Yep.
Strike for 8 damage.
Yes. How would you like to have killed that person?
Just slog him hard enough across the side of his head that it kind of, you hear a sickening crack as his neck kind of snaps.
Okay,
And
that's what happens.
and then the other guy he will punch with a bonus action.
Yeah.
There.
Yes, hits.
That's 9 damage.
Okay. Jimmy.
I cast the frostbite on the same guy again. So
Okay.
that's a DC save versus 15 and D6 damage if it hits. If he fails his save.
He does not fail it. Okay.
He succeeds.
He does.
Okay.
He does. All right. This guy in front of Neresis has a go at her, but misses. And the other guy has that warm light glow fill through him again. Zane.
I'll target the one next to Neresis and slash.
Okay. Yes. How would you like to have killed her?
I'll just run him right through and then occupy his space as he falls. Her space, sorry.
Okay. Anything else?
I'd like to move from that position next up to Barrack.
Okay.
I think we need one alive.
Neresis, what would you like to do?
Has anyone else taken damage?
Apart from Barrack?
A little
Aside
bit.
from me and Barrack?
I had a tiny bit.
Can I cast Healing Word on myself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Have 9
Yay,
points of healing.
overheal.
Does that apply to
Very good.
Neresis or everyone?
Just her.
Neresis.
Cool. Good heal, though. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, anything else?
No, that's the end of my turn.
No.
Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Barak.
This guy healed up, or he had the glow coming from him,
He
right?
did.
All right.
Yes.
I see you want more fists, and he's gonna punch at him again.
That'll hit.
Whoa.
And I prefer, if this does the final blow, I'd prefer it to be non-lethal. If not, then the
Okay.
next punch will try to be non-lethal.
Okay. Roll for the second punch. In fact, because you're doing... Yeah, okay. All right. That's fine.
Sorry, my mouse double
Wow,
clicks.
that's
Take the first one.
Yeah, no worries. The first one. Okay. And yes, you knock...
Cool.
You knock him down on the ground.
Okay, look around to see if anyone else is coming for us.
No, there's no one else in the street.
I'm going to pick up my crossbow and start rifling through the dead bodies, not the one that's unconscious.
Yeah, okay. Across all of the bodies, you find a total of 23 copper pieces and 14 silver pieces.
That doesn't even pay for the carafe of wine at dinner.
They are all wearing pendants and they have the pendants have a circular pendant which has the same symbol on each of them, and they're just made out of pretty dodgy looking iron, and they feature an upside down U shaped, like an archway shape, over a wavy line.
I'll grab all the pendants that I can find, which would be 5 plus the 6th unconscious.
Yep. Okay, you can grab them all. Okay. Can we stop there for 10 minutes? I just want to go to the loo and get something to eat. 10 minutes, back at 20 past the hour.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.